Good morning, how are you doing? Here we go, we are live again. I am Craig Laird, this is Wake Up Call with Craig. If this is maybe the first time you've seen me, we are on Wednesday the 13th already. I'm going to be with you every single day, Monday to Friday, 9 AM here in the UK. However, if you are tuning in from the US, I know many are actually watching live, you must be tired, but you are watching live, so thank you so much. You can always catch us back later on once you wake up, here for an hour from 9 AM. Now, what we're going to do is, to start with, I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak peek as to what's coming up throughout the day on Crafters TV. Sneak peek is my actually favourite product. So, I'm going to show you one of my favourite products or bundles from Craft-Vault, as well as Lush Panty, and then also Creative Cravens. So, when it comes to our Craft-Vault, we're going to be on 11 AM, but then what we're also going to be on in the US, we're going to be on at 6 AM Eastern Time, or we're going to be on at 3 AM Pacific Time. So, that is your times. This is what I'm going to show you that's coming up on Craft-Vault, well, at least one of them anyway. Now, every bundle, what you're going to get something free. So you're going to buy something, and then you're going to get something free. So we've got a nice selection coming up as well. Starting off, we have got this one here. We've got where you buy the Scoremaster board, you also buy the Rose Garden paper pad, which is 12 by 12. What we're also going to do as well is we're going to then give you the envelope box scoreboard for free. So you're going to buy your scoreboard with the paper pad, you're going to get your envelope box for free. So whether it's your boxes or whether it's your envelope boxes, you're going to be making them as well. But when it comes to making these sorts of things, you're also going to need some cardstock. So within the cardstock, what you're going to do, you're going to pay for the ice blue, you're going to pay for the purple, and you're going to get the silver for free. Now within each pack, that's a combination of glitter card, matte card, and also mirror card. So you're going to get them too, you're going to get that next bundle for free. So that is incredible. Now, when it comes to tape, if you're going to make your boxes, you're going to make your envelope boxes, you've got your cardstock, you're going to need your adhesive as well. As you know already, our tape runners, these are absolutely perfect for doing your assembly. We always say as well, you can use your wet glue. If you don't have wet glue, this is the next best option. This is our ever famous tape runner. So what you're going to do is you're going to buy 5 of them. Actually, you're going to get 5, but you're actually going to get 6. Let's start that again, Craig. So you're going to buy 5, and you're going to get 1 free. So you're going to get 6 in total. We got there in the end, so there you are. But when it comes to Craft-Vault, there's so many more that's coming up. And I believe it's me on Craft-Vault, isn't it? I believe it is me and Ben. Oh gosh, what can go wrong now? We've managed to, me and Joe from yesterday, things have started to calm down. Let's see if this is going to kick off now with me and Ben. But then what we've got is we've got Jan. There's a wee bit of a sneak peek as well. I've not actually seen Jan for a wee while. Last time I seen her was when we done a selfie a couple of months ago. So it'll be good to see her. I'm going to have a chat with her later on. Now, launch party is going to be 1 PM here in the UK, 8 AM Eastern Time, 5 AM Pacific Time. And Jan's got his brand new launch with the abstract shape stamps. Oh, it's a bit too early in the morning for saying that one. Abstract shape stamps. Now these are exactly that. These are your shaped stamps, but you've got that abstract effect, whereas you've got, for instance, if you've got the star stamp, you've got lots of little stars within that design as well. So these are going to be good for the front of your cards, the backdrop, you've got sentiment as well. But even then, that is my pick, getting in there first, so I'm going to be showing you these in a little bit of detail, but then Jan and Ben will show you later on that launch party the full detail. But then we've then got on Creative Cravens, which is also with Jan as well. It's the butterfly alphabet numbers and die set. So you're getting your uppercase, you're getting your lowercase, you're getting your numbers, you're getting stamps as well. 4 PM here in the UK, 11 AM Eastern Time, or 8 AM Pacific Time. So you're going to be able to see that in a lot more detail. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'll be showing you them just very, very shortly as well. But then what we've got as well today is we have got 2 other great guests. Now, we've got, as I've said, we do have Laura. We've gave you a little bit of a sneak peek earlier on as to Laura coming up, but then also we've got Jan as well. So Laura's going to be Skyping in, and then we've got Jan, she's going to be popping in just at the very end of the show, just to let us know. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to get on, get social, let me know. Do you know what? Sorry, Liam. There we go. That's me. Too quick. I've had my porridge this morning. Yeah, I've had my weak tea. Absolutely, Liam, I have done. So get social. Do you know what? Today it's Wednesday. Apparently on Wednesday we wear pink. So the film says. So that's exactly what we're doing. Just tell me anything. What you're up to today? Any plans for the weekend? I know here in the UK we're kind of limited on what we can do. What did you enjoy from yesterday? What did you manage to recover from that bit of a giggle fest with me and Joe yesterday? You know, with the apple. I'm not even going to go there. It's too early in the morning. You want a bit of a giggle, then go back to Craftfault from last night, and I'm sure you will get a bit of a giggle then. So yeah, let me know anything that you're going to be doing or up to for the rest of today. We've got Lessa saying good morning from Texas. Michelle is saying good morning. She's on YouTube. We've got Mary from YouTube saying good morning from Montana. We've got Katie on YouTube saying she's from California, saying, how are you, Craig? I am very well, thank you. I am doing very, very well on this Monday. They say Monday, Wednesday. They say Wednesday's hump day, is it? There's nothing hump about it. Feel good, feel energised. Sarah Brown saying, hello, 8 p.m. from, well, that will be from Australia, I believe. In the future, Wednesday in the future. There we go. That was, Katie called me Bouncy Horty Scotty. I don't think I'll ever get used to that nickname. We've also got Katie, maybe that's the same Katie on YouTube, saying amazing deal. These are all of the amazing deals that I showed you as well. But keeping in mind, throughout the full day Crafters TV, we've got a great selection. It's kind of between Ben's holding the fort, and then it's between Jan and myself that we're going to be on throughout the day. Janice is saying, love the luxury card set. Beautiful, making gorgeous cards. Also, let me know as well, if maybe you are new to Crafters TV, maybe just coming across us with things that's going on in the world. If you are an avid fan of our products, maybe our cardstock, let us know, give us your recommendations, just so that we can, it's not only us saying how incredible the products are and the quality are, it's good to let us know and to let everyone else know. There's your social down at the bottom there. You've got Crafters TV and Crafters Comp TV, so do let us know. We've got Bernie as well saying, good morning, Craig. Seeing as I am not there with you this morning, I thought I'd watch instead as the next best thing. Thank you, Bernie, and big love to you. Right, Craftfault, we have got that incredible deal where you're going to get the Scoremaster, you're going to get the 12 by 12 paper pad, which is the Rose Garden, which is from Sarah's signature collection, but you're also going to get that envelope box maker as well. Now, these are 12 by 12. These are double-sided. Now, within these ones here, because they're 12 by 12, they're 180 GSM. So you can see on these ones, if I go all the way through. Now, I need to work on my paper flicking technique. So I think if I go, let's go that way, I think. And then if I flick, there we go, look at that, there we go, I'm getting there. So look at all these designs here. You've got that pastel look, but it's more of a deeper pastel tones that are running through here. It's Rose Garden, so of course it's all roses themed. But you've got full on backgrounds, you've got subtle backgrounds, a lot of butterflies within the natures of your foliage, of your leaves, a lot of pinks within these ones. You've got ivory flicking through the pads as well. Now look at these ones. Certainly for you guys stateside, you love your scrapbooking. That's going to be a perfect one. Little photo within the middle, maybe a sentiment on the bottom, and that's all that you need. But of course you can cut them down for your card making. Great for getting 6 by 6 card blanks within one page, so you can see the delicacy of the images that run all the way out. It's matte, so it means that you can of course ink it if you want. That's absolutely an option for you, but you don't have to. The image is there for you. So I think we'll show you how the envelope box maker, we'll show you how that works. I think we will. Let's do it. I've already taken one of my 12 by 12 cardstocks from the Rose Garden. What I have done is I've already trimmed it down to 11¼ inches by 11¼ inches. And I'm going to bring in my envelope box maker. Now this does fit into your Ultimate Pro. If you've got our Ultimate Pro, you can see there's little tabs here at the side, so it sits nicely onto your Pro. But you don't have to use it with your Pro. You can use it as it is. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring in my actual scoreboard, because the scoreboard you actually get your actual scoring tool. So you get that. So I'm going to be using this one. Now for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 5.5 by a 7.5 envelope box, and then this is then going to enable you to add dimension and depth to your cards or projects. So we've got it at 11¼ by 11¼ inches. So what I need to do for this one is, within your envelope box maker, we've got all of these letters that go from A all the way up to G on this one here. So I'm just going to lift it slightly. So you've got your numbers all the way up there, or you've got your letters, but then within these little triangles here, you've got your numbers. Now you will get a guide when it comes to the actual envelope box maker. We've got an even bigger guide on our website that you can search for. Love that, Liam, love it. Cannot get fed up with seeing that zoom. Look at that zoom, love it. So if I come here to the letters, you've got your score line, so you've got A all the way up to O, and then here is your numbers down in here as well, just nestled nicely. And these are embossed, so they're not going to pick off, they're not going to fall off, they're not going to scratch off. It's there for you for good. So what we can do is I'm going to bring my cardstock back in. Now we need to use, I'm going to be doing it so that the box is actually 3/4 of an inch in depth, so it's thicker. So what we can do is we just need to pop this into number 1. So you're going to see that just in a wee moment or two. And then the actual numbers within the actual envelope box maker enables you to create that depth. So for the 1/4 of an inch, and it does say this in the instructions, so you don't need to panic, I'm going to use the corner of line 1, but then I also need to do number 3 in here. So I'm going to use 1 and 3. So if I pop that one into 1 to start with, and I will need to use lines H and also L. So I'm going to do H here. So let's do H. I'm going to lift my paper up and I'm going to bring this into the corner of where it says the number 3. Also, you've got a nice little stepper here in the top corner, so your paper just sits nicely, so you don't need to worry about it getting squint or ski whiff. So still on to letter H, I'm going to score again. And then you can see straight away, now I know it'll be a bit harder, but the embossed lines here, you can see how that's 3/4 of an inch. So now that we've done this side, I'm going to flip it completely over, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So we can go on to H. We're going to lift the paper up. We're going to go into the little slots of 3, and we can then do H. And now what we're going to do is if I turn it around, so these two opposite sides, I now need to do the same, but it's going to be on letter L. So I'll pop that nicely into number 1. We're going to go into letter L, and we're going to score down, lift the paper up, and we're going to go into 3 and score again. And then what we can do is turn it all the way around, and we're going to do it into 1. So we're going to go into L, and then we're going to go into 3. There we go, and L as well. Oh, Sandra, oh, that's lovely. Sorry that she's late, but her hubby usually brings her phone or a laptop to her, but he didn't this morning, so she's a wee bit late. Don't worry about it, it's absolutely fine. Still got the rest of the show, and then once it's over, in between here and Craftwell, go back and rewatch the start of it again, or watch the whole lot. That's a good thing about it. You can catch up whenever you like, Sandra. So now that I've got my score lines here, what we can do is I'm going to score the score lines. So we're just folding that one over. So where have I done my score lines? There. Following them all the way along. So it's really, really simple. Where you've got your embossed score lines, you're just going to fold all the way around all 4 edges. So we can fold that one in, and we're going to do each one. So at the moment, all we're doing is folding. We're going to take our actual score tool as well. So let's pick that one up, and then we're going to just burnish them. So that's going to give them a nice crease, a nice professional fold. Who was that? That was tuning in from Suzanne from Florida. Good morning to you too. I noticed that we've got quite a few from over the States as well as here in the UK tuning in. It amazes me that so many of you statesides are watching at this time of the morning. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling to say the least. But we've got California, we've got Texas, New Jersey. Gosh, you are absolutely in your element this morning, watching and commenting. Thank you so much. We will have another wee look at the comments in a wee moment. So now that we have burnished them, so in this top part here, all that I've done was I've just chopped into each corner here. So I've taken away that full tab. When it comes to this bottom side just here, what we're going to do is you've got little triangle. Now let's see, I don't think I've kind of quite folded and burnished that properly. Here we go. So if I then fold that one back, there we go. Bit better now. You can see into here, we've actually got these little triangles. So what I want to do is I want to snip all the way down to the first emboss line, and then we're going to take that little triangle out, and then we're going to take this wee triangle out here and then here. This is going to create a tab, and we're going to do exactly the same on this side. So let's just fold this out slightly. We're going to cut down. I'm going to take away that little triangle, and we're going to take this little triangle completely out. So straight away, can you see how already we're starting to get that tab on both sides? So then what we can do is if we bring in our tape runner, now remember on Craft Vault, you're going to be getting, well, you're going to get 5, but you're actually going to get 6 in total. So what that just means is you buy, if you buy 5 and then you're going to get 1 free, so you're going to get 6 in total. These are our tape runners. These are going to be perfect for these ones. So what I can do is on this little tab here, I'm going to add my small bit of adhesive there and then also there. And then we can start to fold this one up. So this one is just going to fold over, so very similar to if you're creating a box. So we're lifting it up, so we're just joining the edges there. Same into this one here, fold that one over, and I'm just going to press. And then what we can do is if I just press that little wee bit more, so we're just adding a wee bit pressure for that to hold. And then what you could do with a bit of adhesive, whether it's wet glue or even your tape runner, which is exactly what I'm going to do, we can add our adhesive on these strips here. You could then add your adhesive all in a oneer. I'm just doing this in stages so that I can show you. So we can pop these ones back into place. So I'm going to press that one. We're going to then fold that one over the top there. Let's press that one in, and if you need, bring in your ruler, and then that's just going to give you something to press into, or you can even turn it around and just really press in. That's going to hold down the adhesive. There we go. We've got our 5.5 by 7.5 envelope box. It's 3/4 of an inch that you can see here. So whether you are making a card that's got depth into it, detail into it, then you can do as well. So many different sizes that you can be making at home. But this one here, whether it is any of the tape pins, the paper, or this bundle, coming up on Craft Vault on 11 a.m. here in the UK, and it's going to be 6 a.m. Eastern Time or 3 a.m. Pacific Time if you're going to be watching in the US of A. So that is what is coming up then. So then what we're going to do as well is I just wanted to incorporate something else when it comes to the show, because I thought, what can I do when it comes to the show that I know many of you like to know? You're always asking, so I thought, let's do it. It's a quick 5-minute demo, and of course, it's going to be doing it with the foil press. Got to do the foil press. So I thought, what we can do is, this is just heating up, so I've switched it on. So let's have a look and see what you are all saying before this leads up into the demo. We've got Sonia saying, oh yes, these papers are lovely. Liz saying, Craig, I promise you, I did get the edgeable dies out of the packet on Monday and started making cards. That's so good. That's so good about, obviously, our shows, is the fact of some of you, many of you, buy so many of our products and you actually leave it in the packaging. You're maybe unsure how to use it, scared how to use it, and then by watching us, it gives you that confidence, it gives you that idea of what you can be creating, and that's what we're all about as well. So thank you for that, Liz. I can't wait to see what you're going to be making with them. We've got Denise saying, morning, I made my first purchase yesterday. Brilliant. That's so good to hear. When you're getting your purchase, when you're going to be making anything, please make sure that you post onto our social. We all love to see what you are making. It's good to see what first-time crafters are makers as well. Wendy is saying, sorry I'm late. My furry alarm clock failed. Oh, gosh. I know what we're like when we rely on our animals and our pets to actually wake us up. Just say, if you do want to post anything on our social, there is the details along the bottom. Don't forget, all of us on the TV team as well, we've got our own social media, so just type in our name followed by CC and we'll pop up, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. And then we've also got Nikki, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Good morning to you. Can you use the envelope punch for the ultimate box for this? Can you use the envelope punch? You can use it. I know what when you're meaning, Cindy, envelope punch, you can. Depends on the depth of what you're wanting to make. If you want to make a flat envelope, you can use that envelope punch that came in with the original Ultimate Compendium, I believe it came. It just depends on the depth. But yeah, give it a shot. And then Michelle on YouTube is saying that she loves the envelope box makers. It's great. Maybe you don't want a box, but you want that envelope style, and at least that enables you to do that. Right, what we're going to do is, one of the questions I ask so many times, that I get asked, and I've not actually done a video on Facebook or YouTube yet, so this is the perfect time. How do you foil your normal dies? So this is your normal dies. So this is the one that I'm going to use as a bit of an example. This is our thinking of you statement. This is how it would come. So if I was to pop that in, you're going to die cut 2 pieces and you can layer them over the top. That's how it'll work when it comes to a normal die. But what we want to do is we want to foil it. So I've got my foil press already good to go. Lots of key shows across on our YouTube when it comes to our foil press. What I'm going to do for this size is take it to 12 seconds, and then I'm going to take the die that says thank you. That can then just sit over the top. So I'm going to sit that over the top. I'm going to press start. I like to put my carbon plate over the top. I'm going to just pull that up a wee bit more. That's going to give it enough time to heat up the die. I've got my black card. I've even got my gold shimmer foil here. I'm going to take my carbon plate off. Then what we're going to do is if we then pop our foil on, and then I'm going to pop my cardstock on into place, bringing in our carbon plate. And all that I'm doing now is I'm going to slide this one out. So if I slide that one out, it's going to go through the Gemini Junior. It doesn't matter what size that you are using when it comes to the die. You could be using it with the large foil press platform if you want. But for this one, we are using the Junior. We can then remove that one out. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to remove this one. Now, I don't know if you can already see from the embossed light, can you see from just up above? See how you're starting to get all that embossed detail coming through? I say embossed, it is a foiled line. And then can we come close up for this one, Liam? Can we come, is it possible? Yeah, is it good to go? Yeah, I think so. This is going to be good. This is going to be the reveal. We'll go that way. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is if I peel that off, now look at that. We have got thank you, which would be and is a die cut and die. However, we can now foil with it. Then what you could even do with this specific die, you could come along and die cut the outside edge. So not only now can you then die cut with them, you can then foil with them as well. So you can see how well that looks, how that foils. It just is so elegant and absolutely incredible, is that you can then do that with your normal dies. As long as it's wafer thin dies, and it doesn't just have to be our dies at Crafter's Companion, it could be any of them as long as they are wafer thin dies. So that is what I wanted to do with this very quick 5 minutes. If there's any other demos that you want me to do for you to see going forward, do let us know. If you go onto our social, just we showed you earlier on, it'll be up in your screen in a moment. Just go across to our social, let us know what you want me to do in very quick demo form so that you can get an idea that you can go back and refer to. So it's just a nice one for us to be able to do on the show as well. Nice little twist on the Wake Up Call with Craig. Right, so coming up on launch day, we have got a brand new launch. That's why it's called Launch Day. We've got Launch Party Show with Jan and Ben. This is what you are getting. So these are brand new. These are abstract. So what you are then going to be getting, for instance, if we take, for example, we are getting the Blossom and Floral, you're getting the Blooming Heart, Shining Star, Perfect Butterfly, and then within them ones, what you're getting is the main abstract shape. So for instance, if we look at that star, you've got that large star, but then what you've also got is little stars in the middle. So it's really, really smart. The idea is for it to be a focal point on your card. However, you can, of course, die cut them out if you want. You could be doing that one. So if you want to tune in for more detail with Jan and Ben, it's going to be 1 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 5 a.m. Pacific Time. And then that's where Jan's going to give you a good time. So 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time for that one there. So let's show you now what you can be doing. This is the first time I've had my hands on, and I see Jan just popping through the window there, giving a wee bit of a wave. She's going to be popping up just shortly. So we're going to show you how these are actually working. And as I say, these are the first time I managed to get my hands on them, so I'm looking forward to having a wee bit of a play. What we can do is if I bring my stamping mat in, so I've got my stamping mat and I'm also got my 4x4 stamping platform. Anything that you see me using that I'm not necessarily referencing show-wise, go across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, and you're going to see lots of products there you can pop into your basket if you wish. What I'm doing is I'm going to bring in my smooth white cardstock for this one here. So I've got my white smooth cardstock. I'm also going to use for this one, let's go for the hearts. Let's go for the blooming hearts for this one. Now here is the heart, but the heart a bit different. Not only is it hearts that's in the middle, it's actually flowers, and you've got your sentiments too. So we can take these ones off. So if I peel these ones off, now these are our top quality I can never say this, and I can never photopolymer stamps. There we go, we get there. Photopolymer, and when it comes to our double-sided dies, patented, I can never say these two, patented. Well, when it comes to our double-sided dies, you'll only find them here at Crafters Companion, put them that way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in my Frosted Jade. This is our quick dry for these ones here. Now the Frosted Jade, just at an angle, what I can do, I'm going to add some colour into that centre part. And I'm just dabbing, I'm not being overly specific like I am. Specific. There we go. The thing is, I know it as well. So I'm not being specific. And the thing is, see if I catch any of my friends doing it, I'm the first to point it out to them, and then I go and do it. Is there any words that you find hard to say? Let me know. I want to know what kind of words. So sometimes you hear people say that they have trouble with some words, and you think, really, it's an easy word. But it just goes to show. Now, we did learn actually last week, Ben, he struggles with iguana. Can't even remember what it is that he used. Iguana, I think he used to say, wasn't it? That's right. I used to struggle with the flower peony. I used to say peony, and no one actually corrected me for a while, which is kind of scary. So yeah, let me know. It's funny. I want to see what kind of words that mix and match. Right, so Leanne is asking about our white smooth cardstock. So within this one here, I'm using our white smooth stamping cardstock. So this is where I'm going to be stamping direct onto the cardstock using our ink. So I'm using my white smooth stamping cardstock. When it comes to Neenah, I would use Neenah for an actual colouring medium as with our alcohol pens. So I would stamp, if it is an outline, I would stamp it in black onto our Neenah, and then I would take my, could be your Tri-Blends, it could be your Classiques, it could be your Illustrator, anything that's alcohol based, I would colour onto Neenah. So if you're just stamping with ink, use our white smooth stamping cardstock. That is going to be the best one for you. So we can see here that I've stamped it, and because I wasn't overly specific, we've got specific. Now that's it. I've done it now, haven't I? I've done it now. That's it. There we go. There's no going back. You know what I'm going to keep saying now? All these years that I've been correcting people, and now I've just fallen into that trap. Oh my goodness. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Here we go. Right. So we have, in no order, I was going to say it there, no order, I went in with my two colours. So that was our quick dry. It was Frosted Jade, and then we've done the Lagoon as well. If you want to use your stamping platforms, you can then use that one and do it time and time again with the colour. But what we can do now, you don't get a die with these ones, and that is because these are meant to be creating that focal point. Use your nesting dies, do your mats and layers if you want. What I am doing though, free hand, I'm going to work all the way around with my scissors. Again, nothing specific, just working my, thank you Liam, thank you for that applaud there, and that way, I'm going in just with my scissors, working our way around, following my scissors all the way around. Oh, apparently you've got some good words coming up. Oh, Erin, I can't, how can I say that? Say that, Katie's saying, I don't even know what that, I don't even know, reciprocity, I don't even know what that is, Erin. I don't even know, so I don't even know if I'm saying it right or wrong in the first place. Nikki. Nikki, yeah, Nikki, that's a good one. Anonymity. You know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this for a Wednesday, should I? You know, I should maybe do this for like a couple of weeks, trying to chat and get words right. Anonymity, yeah, you can understand that one. Understand that one as well. Yeah, let us know. It'd be good to see what you struggle with, and really just kind of throw me off guard as well. What we're going to do now is I've just created my concept card using the Ultimate Pro that you can obviously create at home, whether it's your USB or your CD-ROMs. I'm taking some paper using my tape runner, and we're going to do a little bit of matting and layering. You know what I'm like? We cannot do any cards without some matting and layering. Of course, I have got them pre-cut, so these can slot in nicely. I've got my layers here. I am loving teal at the moment. Well, teal and duck egg blue, I absolutely adore. Even like baby pinks work really, really well. Layering them up all the way around. Do you know what I think as well, actually, Liam and Erin? I think one thing that we need to do in the future as well is we need to work out, we need to get a chat going of what words, good words, what words are different. You know, for instance, like a baby's diaper in the USA is a baby's nappy here. Do you know how obviously you've got something else? You know, it could be a bit lethal. You know, we've got the pavement, you say the sidewalk. We say tar on the road, you say asphalt. Is that right? You say asphalt? I'm not even going to attempt to try and say that. No way whatsoever. So we're layering it up now. But yeah, I think that would be a fun one. I think that would be a fun one for maybe a Friday. Do you know, when it's the end of the week, getting ready to chillax and relax and see how it goes. We might have some help. We might actually do that on Friday. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. What we can do now is finishing off these little sentiments that you've got here. These also come included, but mix and match if you want. You don't just have to use what comes within the pack. So I'm adding my actual sentiment into the middle. So I'm going to pop it into the middle there. I've taken a few little die cut pieces too. Now with this one, I'm going to add my adhesive at the bottom. I'm going to pop it down at the bottom, but I'm going to have it so it's ticking and tucking under there. I'm going to take another die cut and we're going to pop that one here. I'm going to tuck that one just so it's coming out just to the side there, and then no more. And then what we can even do is let's finish off. We've got to have a few gems or pearls, what have you got within your stash, and let's go for in the centre. That's what I love about these flower ones, is you've got these circular centres, so that means that you can, of course, come along with your gems and your pearls and just finish it off by adding an accent. Or what you can even do, if you've got any of your glue gels or that, you can pop that into the middle. But here we've got a relatively quick and simple, but that gives you the idea how you can use these abstract shape stamps that you can see. So whether it is going to be a concept card, you can see that a side stepper card, but it could be even home decor if you want. There's multiple ways that you can be using it. But don't forget that you can be checking out more of these ones later on today with Jan and Ben on Launch Party, 1 p.m. here in the UK, or 8 a.m. Eastern Time, or 5 a.m. Pacific Time, 8:765. Got there. Right, let's have a look and see, because we've got, my first guest is just coming on in a moment, so I can't wait to say hi. Some of you know the name, you don't always necessarily know of the face. We have got, so there was that anonymity drives me crazy. That was from Nikki there. We've got Diane saying, my word I can't say is, is that chassis? But chassis. With a C. Is that from a car? I'd know nothing about cars. Nothing about cars. Certainly, I'm so jealous of Craig's fussy cutting skills. Mine's are never that neat. The great thing with these stamps as well is you don't have to be. Just go in there with your scissors, be random, be rough, get that edge all the way around. It doesn't need to be neat at all. That's one of the good things with these stamps as well. So we've also then got Wendy saying, there are two words I struggle with. Animals. See, that's one of the I was on about, where I'd be like, how would you struggle with animals? But it goes to show that some of us do struggle with certain words, and anonymous that you struggle with. That I can get as well. I get that one as well. Absolutely. Do let us know. Keep us posted as to what you are struggling with when it comes to words. But what we're going to do is, let's have a look. We're going to go on to my next guest in a moment. See, that's me. I'm getting too quick. I'm getting too eager to chat to my next guest, so I'm going to just go slowly. We'll get there. Wait, you see, by Friday, we'll nail it. We'll nail it. One of these days, you know, on one of these days when I'm in a real there's another word. Mischievous. When I'm in one of those moods, I'm really going to catch Liam out. And yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, he's just turned the camera off. No, don't do that. I need my camera. Don't do that. Don't do that whatsoever. Rightio, we've got my very first guest. We have got now someone that you know by name. You don't always see her. We've got Laura. Hiya, Laura.
Hi.
How you doing? Ah, you're there. Like, oh, now I've heard all about him. Who's this that you've got?
This is Otis. He's a new addition to the household.
Oh, look. Now, you actually, because we were on together last night with Joe, Laura is one of our producers here at Crafters TV. Now, I'd not that long got home, and you actually sent me a video because you'd actually done something last night, didn't you?
Yes. Despite having a hutch and a cage and a run, Otis managed to escape last night and destroy a plant in the process.
Yeah, I know. And I know that's not obviously. There we go. Look at that. Is it? I think he should actually be called Houdini. You actually said that
he
as well.
He definitely needs to be called Houdini.
His nickname.
He's got the wrong name.
Oh, he's so cute though. So he's a house rabbit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be a free roam rabbit, so he's in the middle of being trained at the moment.
Yeah. Love it. Now, not only when it comes to here, obviously you are always uber busy. I've never seen anyone that's constantly on the go. Probably as like Sarah is. You know, if you're not here, I know you like the gym as well, but then you're always on your social as well, you know, because you've got something else that you like to do when it comes to food, don't you?
Yeah, I run a little food blog based in Newcastle and around the northeast of England. So go often, up until recently, been reviewing restaurants, but now it's mostly takeaways and things like that. But yeah, big into food. It's
so good. Because what's your Instagram tag? What's your name?
It's Jodie Scran. And to the US viewers, Jodie is someone who's from Newcastle. So.
And so we spell Geordie with a G. What I'll probably do is I'll even share it onto mine. So it's a bit like George, but it's Georgie Scran. And I know obviously it's been a bit difficult as of late with everything that's going on, but some of the food, some of the places that you try and you actually get gifted as well. It's nice to see because you do little videos in that, don't you? Love it.
Yeah, I'm always bringing food into the office.
Yeah, I know. That's great. If it's not Sarah making and baking, then you're bringing bits and pieces in as well. Thank you so much, Laura, for popping in. I really want to get you in this first week as well, because we name check you quite a lot, and I know not everyone sees you in case it's a photo I post on Instagram. So thank you so much.
Oh, no problem at all.
Yeah, and I'll see you when we're next in together. And thank you so much to Otis as well for making his on-air appearance. I've got a funny feeling that it's not going to be the last time. And I will just say as well, Otis even has his own Instagram as well. So we'll make sure that we get that tag too. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. Now, what we're going to be going over next is we're going to be going over what is coming up shortly. We're getting it. See, I'm going to get there. It's one of those things. You see, when you actually try it, you think you're walking slow, but you're actually walking fast. And it's something that my friends do say. They're like, Craig, you speed walk. But I take that after my mum. You know, if you want to go for a 1 hour scroll would actually maybe take me about 20 minutes. You know, a nice little scroll around the block. Actually, I'm there and back. I'm so quick, as you can probably tell. What we're now going to do is, now this had this sitting right to the side, gives you a bit of an idea as to what's coming up later on Creative Cravens, also with Jan and Ben, but I've managed to just pick these ones out. 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time or 8 a.m. Pacific Time, and with these ones, it's the butterfly alphabet and number dies. You're also going to be getting stamps to go with it as well. So with this one just here, what you'll have seen is I've actually created this home decor. So it's 12 by 12. Now I'm going to bring it in slightly because I've got it sitting up against my Gemini. So very simply using Sarah's Rose Gold collection with the cardstock. So that's what I've made here, but give you an idea as to what you can be doing. Here is the board. Now you get an absolute multitude of dies and stamps as well. So you're getting the uppercase and you're getting the lowercase. So what you're going to get is, let's start with the uppercase to start with. I don't know why, but I always like to start with the uppercase. So you can see this backdrop here that is black. You get get that as a die as well. You've got the alphabet as well. The little butterflies, they die cut in as well. However, the wings pop out. Then you've got stamps that you can stamp on top of the butterflies too. So you get them on the uppercase. You also get your and as well. But then what we can give you is we can give you the lowercase as well. Remember, this is all going to be coming up with Jan and Ben. So you've got the lowercase there. But then you might want to do birth dates. You know, you might want to do dates. Maybe you want to do times. You have got these as well. But when it comes to the actual stamps too, let me bring in my ones here. What you have got is you have got butterfly florals. So if I bring this one in here, so you can see with that one, you've got your butterflies. So these have the backgrounds as well. So you've got your florals, you've got your crisscross, your gingham on the backdrop, and then you've got butterfly bees. Now, one of the sets, when it comes to the butterflies, this one will work with your lowercase. The one I showed you a moment ago, they will work with the butterflies on the lowercase. So it's a nice, great set that you can be using. When it comes to the numbers, you can actually only get the numbers when it comes to this bundle. It's how rare that they are getting. So if you want to have all of that, then do tune in later on to Creative Cravens. So let's just move my little mess out of the way from before. So I'm going to pop that to the side. And then what we can do is let's do a wee bit of a demo when it comes to these alphabets. So if I can bring mine in. Vangeline is wondering if I am from Ireland. I'm not. A lot of people will say it, especially you guys stateside. Many of you will say, Craig, are you from Ireland? I was just looking for my copy there. I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's over there. Sorry, got water. Oh, don't land me in it, Erin. Don't land me in it. So I came in this morning, just when we were getting set up, with loads of these, 3 of these. I've got some water here. I've got one hiding behind the couch over there. I've got one hiding behind the products over there as well. Just want to make sure that, you know, just in case I need to stay hydrated. It's a quick show, so I need to keep myself lubricated when it comes to talking. But answering your question, I'm from Scotland. From Scotland, I am from up in Carnoustie, so it's sandwiched between Dundee and Aberdeen, so I'm way up there. I believe it is rather cold there. Actually, it was rather cold here as well. -1 this morning when I got up, but it's very cold up into there. So also, if you want to go even closer, it's even sandwiched between Arbroath and Dundee, sandwiched right into the middle. If you're a golfer, we get the Golf Open tournament every, how many years it is? I don't know, I'm not a golfer, so I can't tell you. 5 years or something? Between us, St Andrews and Gleneagles, something like that. I was about to say if my brother's watching, which he won't be, but if he was, he'd be shouting at the screen going, you've got that completely wrong. But it's a great atmosphere when we get the golf. Right, so what we're going to do is we can show you how these actually work. Now, Lisa, she's got these ones. And she's asking, can you use vellum on the wings? You absolutely can. What you can do is you can start to have fun with these ones here. You can then cut into them with vellum, snip out the butterflies when it comes to the wings if you want to. You can maybe, what about as well, you could create your backdrop with your abstract, and then why not cut the background of the butterfly wings into these ones as well? So it's a good way that you can mix and match. So if I let's bring in this, sorry Liam, I'm just taking all fingers and thumbs. So what I mean by that is you could die cut, obviously if you work it so that it fits, you could die cut that backdrop with one of your abstract stamps, and then you could come along with the detail die over the top, and then you'll get that extra alphabet that's popping through. But I'm going to show you exactly how these work. These are so much fun. I really do. I love them. I know when these launched, Debbie Robinson, she launched them. She either launched them here or she launched them on Create and Craft, and she was unbelievably giddy. She really was, because she just loves them so much, because they are so much fun. So what I'm going to do is if I take my, where is my plates here? We are here. Sorry, Erin, can you just say that again to me? Jancy is wondering, Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius. So that's between 30 and 40 in the US. So yeah, I'm saying yeah, I'm just agreeing with you, Erin. It must be -1 anyway, -1, -2 when I got up. It was rather cold, put it that way, for us it was rather cold. Although we had one major snowstorm the other day, and then it just disappeared. When? Obviously it's the good old warm air coming in. Not today though. So what we can do is let's do our uppercase for this one. So I've got some bits pre-prepped. I want to show you how they work. So what I'm going to do is hugs. Let's take I need to take this next one. That's the lowercase, isn't it? So Craig, let's take the uppercase. And so we can do all of the uppercase. You can do all of the lowercase. You can mix and match if you want. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to bring in my Gemini Junior plates. Then what I'm going to do is, with my gold matte cardstock, now if you want, because we have got that cardstock coming up in Craft Vault with the silver, the blue or the purple, you could use that if you want. But for this one, I'm using gold. I'm going to just tape that one on into place. I'm going to do them at the exact same time. And I've taken that one, using that backdrop in the gold, and I'm using my white smooth stamping card for the white. The reason I am using my stamping card is because I'm going to come and stamp over the top when it comes to the butterflies. So this one's going to come out, it's going to die cut that backdrop, it's going to then die cut the top alphabet, but you can use them separate, so don't feel as though you have to actually use them together. So here is the base layer that we've got here, and then what I've also got is this top layer here, so let's just poke that one out. And then this is where it'll enable you to see, we've got the butterfly, but it stays in place from the body, and the wings just pop up. So we can see how you get extra depth to it here. So what we can then do is bringing in one of the sets of stamps. So if I bring the set of stamps in that I had, I was being all neat and tidy, and I've popped them away somewhere. So if I bring in, what have I done with them? Now, Craig, have a look, have a think. Let's go. Now, I just showed you that set of stamps, and I've already lost. How could I lose them? How is it possible to lose something within the space of minutes? How is it possible to do that? Let's have a look. Have we got, here we go. Tidy up too good. There we go, we've got them now. So let's stamp the butterfly to let you know how it's going to look. So if I bring my butterfly in for this one, so this one here, butterfly and bees, this is going to work great for your uppercase. And what you're going to be able to see in a moment is how they just sit nicely over the top. So you've got that perfect match, so you can stamp that design over the top. Let's take my stamping platform, and I'm going to give it a very quick wipe from using the abstract. So let's wipe this one off. Let's take that one away. I'm going to pop my stamp within the middle here. I'm going to use quick dry, and I'm going to use Noir Black for this one. I'm not going to be colouring it in with my alcohol markers, otherwise I would use my alcohol proof. So let's bring this one here and here. We can see here now, if you are familiar with our layering stamps, it's that kind of vibe, but within this one here, it's stamps over a die cut. All that I'm going to do is, you're just going to match kind of like the outside of the butterfly stamp over the top, and then when I'm happy, I'm going to press, and then I'm going to impress that butterfly into place. So you can see how you've got that butterfly coming together here. That looks really, really nice. Now you could do heat embossing if you wanted to use it with any of your other inks. That's up to yourself, or maybe just change the colour. Then what we can do is, now Erin's just saying that we've got people from Illinois tuning in as well. So that's like even earlier than 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So have you been to bed, or have you not even been to bed yet? That's what I want to know. I want to know. Because I know for you guys, Pacific side, with it being when we start the show, it's about 1 a.m. So if it's like many of us crafters, you're probably not even actually gone to bed. You've just carried on crafting like many of us do. But certainly if you are 4 a.m. or even earlier, I'm intrigued to know, do you actually get up, or do you just not go to bed at all? That could be something for tomorrow. That could be on tomorrow's show. But that is the main idea and concept of your butterflies. You can see how you've got the butterfly here. You don't have to stamp it if you don't want to. And of course, no, I sound like a broken record when I say this, you don't need to use the butterflies with the actual dies or the butterfly stamps. You can use them separately. Now, I'm not going to stick these together, but what I'm going to do is doing exactly the same that I've already done with the U, the G, and the S. Then these can just sit into place. I'd come along with my tape runners that are coming up on Craft Vault, and we can pop them there, there, and then there. Pulling up the wings, of course, And then there we go. Simple, nice, really quick card, but quite effective. You know, you might want to ski with like mine, or you will take that little bit longer. That could be in a framer, that. But if you want to see these in a bit more detail, then Jan and Ben are coming up at 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, or 8 a.m. Pacific Time, coming up on Creative Cravens later on today. So that's when you're going to see these in a wee bit more detail. Now, I've been trying not to grin so much as I was going over that, because I could see Jan coming in, and Jan's exactly here. Jan, I was saying, the last time we've seen each other is when we'd done that selfie in our old studio. That was the last...
It was.
Yeah.
That was before Christmas, I think, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, so it's been a little while. Yes. Yes.
Now, because I know that you're in front of what, because you've got a couple of shows coming up today, don't you?
I have, yes. I'm quite excited actually, because it's my first launch day at 1 o'clock, so I've got some brand new items for you at 1 o'clock. I think Craig's done a little sneak preview this morning, because I've seen them on the counter here. But yeah, lots of demos lined up for you with that. And of course, you know me, you know this, I love my stamping. So yes, yeah, fantastic.
I can't wait as well, because I think it's maybe a wee while since you've done a launch as well, and it's stamping, which you love.
I know.
That's good to see. But then talking about stamping, what is it? Because this is actually something that we've never actually properly talked about, because we don't always get time here. But what got you to start crafting? What inspired you to start?
To be honest, it goes back quite a long time. For my 40th birthday, I'd just started a new job in school, which I know some of you know about, my time spent in primary school. And there were some crafters there that I didn't even know existed, and they sent some beautiful birthday cards. And believe it or not, the one that inspired me, I've actually kept. I don't know, do you want me to pop it on the front there?
That's the one that inspired you?
This is actually one that someone sent to me for my 40th many, many moons ago. And I was just intrigued. Honestly, Craig, I was just like, I need to know more about this. So off I went to the craft store and bought a few bits and pieces, and that's where it started. And now I would say that I am actually addicted to it all. It's got loads and loads of stash at home. But yeah, that was where I very first started, and I bought a kit, to be honest, when I first got going, and had a go at making a card for another colleague that I worked with, and I was trying to find a photo of that for you, and I couldn't find it. Very, very basic, but it was my first try. I was so proud of it back then, and that's sort of like the story unfolded from there, and I've tried all sorts of different crafts, but mainly paper crafting is the one that I enjoy the most, Craig. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it always seems to be card making and kind of the same. I don't think I've done as many crafts as yourself, but yeah, it's always the card making that always lures me back in. But I know as well that it's not just like card making crafting you like to do, because you've got another hobby as well, don't you?
Well, this has been ongoing from very, very young, to be honest. I am an avid reader. I have many a bookshelf at home, which are all full, and my husband's like, are you ever going to read them again? Do you still need them? And it's just one of those things, little bit like craft products that you can't actually get rid of. But yes, I do like my reading, yes, definitely.
Because there's someone in the family that not only likes to read, but actually is an author?
Yes, you could say that. Yes, I'm very, very proud of her, to be honest. Yeah. It's like both my girls love reading. I think it's inherent. I think they sort of saw me with books as they grow up. But my eldest daughter, Vanessa, has actually published some of her own books. She writes adult urban fantasy fiction. I've actually brought some of them in to show you today if you want to have a look at them. So she does two different ranges. The first one's called the Cursed Novels, and these are the first two. So it starts off with the book that's called Destiny, and then the second instalment is Fate. We've just finished editing and finishing off the third one, which I'm not really supposed to tell you, but there is another one coming up in the summer this year, which will be the third one in this particular series, and there are more to come. And these are all about angels in this one. So they're all sorts of creatures that we don't believe exist, but she puts a different twist on it. And then the other series is, I can see her coming up on the screen. Look, here she is. Here she is. This is my big girl. This is Vanessa. She writes under the pen name of Angel McGregor, and her website's on the top of there if anybody's interested. And I just want to point out there that we did actually change the cover. The one that you see in the photo was the original cover, which was artwork that she wanted on them, but we had to make them a bit more commercial for publishing. So this is what it looks like now. So if you're looking for it anywhere, it's on that one. And then the other range that she does is called The Hidden World. And again, these are just standoff novels. And she's got, these are the first 5 we've got here. Whoop, let me just pick them up so you can see them there. These are the first 5 in this year. Again, another one due at Easter, so she's still writing these. But again, based on that theory that there are other creatures living in our world that we don't actually know about. So she touches on things like witches, werewolves, vampires, ghosts, things like that. So again, but standalone stories. So if you're just wanting to dip in an odd one and not wanting a whole series, then that's, you know, that's a good one to follow. But yes, so proud of her, honestly. She works very hard.
Yeah, it's funny you saying how proud you are, because I'm not sure if it was maybe our first book that that she actually got, is it commissioned, is that the word, or what's published, that's the word. And I remember seeing your Facebook post and how proud you were that
Honestly,
that came through.
Yeah, she's worked very hard on it, yeah. Right,
Good.
going right back to university, she did a degree in English literature, and the first part of the book, I think, was jotted down as notes when she was at uni. And then it's sort of grown from there, and she's put a lot of work and effort into it. So she's self-publishing at the minute.
Brilliant.
I think the dream goal would be to find a publisher, but hey ho, we're sort of working on it, yeah.
Good. That's certainly a perfect start, anyway. That is so good. Jan, thank you so much. You were actually the first of our TV team that was popping on within the show, so thank you so much. And then Jan's coming up with Ben later on today for Launch Party, as well as Creative Cravens. Now, that's it. We are now at the end of our 3rd day already. Gosh, where are we? We are halfway through the week already. It's been an absolute pleasure. But that is not all for today. We're only just beginning. As we say, later on with myself and Ben, we've got Craftfall. Everything within there, you're going to get something, and then you're going to get something free within the bundles as well. So that's going to be 11 a.m. And then what's going to happen with the same products are going to be later on, 7 p.m, both of these UK times, but it's going to be a different turn on them, different demos within these ones. But then, as I say, we've got Jan as well as Ben on launch day, as well as Creative Cravens. Launch day is 1 p.m, 8 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Pacific time. Or we've got Creative Cravens, which is 4 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And then don't forget, tomorrow for US viewers, we have got an HSN preview, 2 p.m. Eastern time or 11 a.m. Pacific time. If any of you in the UK are having a sneak peek, because I know that you do, it will be 7 p.m. That's going to be Ben. He's going to be on with the very first time with the HSN preview. With Sarah, I'll also be dotting in as well. But then until then, I'll see you in an hour's time, but then we'll see you again tomorrow to do this all over again for Wake Up Call with Craig, which is going to be at 9 a.m. here in the UK, 4 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thank you to Jan, and also thank you to Laura. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.